Good evening and welcome to this week's Hearts TV Score Centre. I'm your host Ken Pike and I'll be bringing you the roundup of all the HSL games from the weekend and the opening day for the Falcons regular season. It's been an absolute nail-biter so far, and this pre-season has seen all of the teams with some new additions and some extra strength, so now we are finally going to start seeing some of the products of those efforts. So the last regular week of HSL before the playoff finals saw the GB Cadets take on the Hearts Eagles in the opening game at Grove Hill. Sadly, the Cadets won that one 15-3, but the Eagles are learning fast. I'm sure they'll be back into games in no time. London Marauders lost to the Essex Redbacks. Redbacks taking that one 10-4. For the Raptors took on the Cadets, and the Raptors this time won the first game of their pre-season. 49 that score, bit of a good comeback victory there, with one massive inning where they went twice around the order, making a difference. Hearts Eagles then took on the Essex Redbacks 2, and their batting improved, but sadly not enough. Still, the Eagles lost 7-11. Then it was turn for the Raptors again, beating London Marauders 11-8, 2 for 2 on the day. On to the Sunday, Guildford Mavericks beat the Guildford Mavericks 2, 13-1. Kent Baseball Club beat the Torbay Barons 21-10. Guildford Mavericks beat Torbay Barons 22-2, and the Guildford Mavericks 2 lost to Kent Baseball Club 12-7 for Kent there. On to the AAA games, and there was only 3 of those. London Mets under 17s against the Hearts Hawks. Now this is a provisional score, we're not having confirmation of that yet, but we believe the London Mets under 17s won 17-3. Milton Keynes Bucks lost to the Cambridge Royals, close game there, 2-4, and Essex Redbacks beat the Sidewinders in a high-scoring 12-8 game. And the results that you've all been waiting for. The Falcons had their opening day of the season up here at Grove Hill, and Jordan Farkas started the mound for the Falcons. A new signing there, and although the Blazers scored a run in the first inning, Farkas didn't seem to be shaken up at all and did not allow any runs in the subsequent 5 innings. Blazers starter Raniel Martinez also had an effective start, allowing only 1 run in the first 3 innings, but in the bottom of the 4th, Hearts put 3 runs on the board. Turns out that would be enough. A walk and 2 errors were followed by a 1-run single by Jordan Farkas and another big single by David House to bring 2 more runs in. Bracknell brought in pitcher Henry Collins, who didn't allow any more Hearts runs, but the 4 runs scored already were enough to secure a winning start for the season despite a late rally by Bracknell, which put the trying run on second base. Jordan Farkas completing the game by striking out Dexter Stewart and the dangerous Phil Matthews. Farkas had a total of 9 strikeouts and allowed only 3 hits. Game 2 turned out to be even more exciting. Jake Michaels made his NBL debut on the mound for Hearts. Bracknell quickly put the pressure on with a 3-0 lead after a 2-run home run by Phil Matthews over the left centre field wall. Hearts responded with 2 runs in the bottom of that inning, but any kind of offensive rally was certainly not due to any pitching weaknesses for Bracknell. Their starter Jordan Edwards proved to be a very awkward customer. He left the game after 4 innings with the score tied at 4-4, but none of the 4 runs allowed were earned, and the Falcons managed to record only 1 hit against them over 4 innings. Hearts committed 3 errors in that game, and unfortunately for them, they all came out in the 5th inning. The Blazers took advantage of this and added 3 more runs, making the score 7-4. Jake Michaels certainly had the velocity and the movement on the day, but 1 or 2 walks proved to be costly. It seemed like the game was running away from the Falcons, but they responded in a big way in the bottom of the 5th. Jake Michaels and Dave Trethway worked 2 walks, followed by Mike Osborne's ground rule double and a single by 15-year-old Hearts prospect Liam Green, which caused an almighty confusion, bringing in Kevin Niedringhouse to tie the game at 7-7. Green went 2 for 2 over the 2 games. Mike Osborne came in effectively to pitch a scoreless top of the 7th inning. When the game tied at 7-7, it went down to the bottom of the last. David House led off with a single and advanced 3rd on an error. Up stepped another debutant, Mike Catamol, playing against his former teammates, and he drove in the winning run in with a bullet, which just stayed fair down the right foul line. You couldn't write stories like that if you wanted to, and Hearts Falcons manager Lee Manning was ever so happy with the wins, saying they wanted to get off to a good start this year against Bracknell, but they made it difficult for us. These were just 2 very exciting games on opening day. So next weekend we get the final action in the HSL and another round of games for the Falcons in the regular season. The HSL being rounded off by the playoffs between Guildford Mavericks and Essex Redbacks 2 for the top spot, followed up by Guildford Mavericks 2 and London Marauders. Hearts Raptors face Kent Baseball Club, that game for the 3rd and 4th position, and the Hearts Eagles round up the action in the AA division against the GB Cadets for the Wooden Spoon. Essex Redbacks, meanwhile, face Cambridge Royals for the honours in the AAA division of HSL. Sidewinders face London Mets under-17s, and they also face the Hearts Hawks. Redbacks face London Mets under-17s, Milton Keynes Bucks against Essex Redbacks, Cambridge Royals against London Mets under-17s, Milton Keynes Bucks against the Sidewinders, and then 2 Hawks games, first against the Cambridge Royals and then against Milton Keynes Bucks. Now the Falcons are away to Essex Arrows for a doubleheader, so all that remains is to wish all of the Hearts teams the best of luck, and let's hope that our season continues the way we've started. Good night, and I'll speak to you next week.